become a little too shy for love. I've been hurt before. All's fair in love and war. So I snuggle up close to the shell I'm living in.
That's so random.
Well, let me sniff.
There's dust on it.
I don't get allergies.
It's gonna feel nice in your nose, though.
I want to go to bed. I'm tired. That just made me instantly exhausted.
I'm sorry, was I? Told you I was a sniper. I know you're showing off the ponytail already. It was making YouTube lag. Come on, a little more, a little more. I want to see the face. And I love the choker. I originally had plans to have a choker myself, but I decided to get rid of it because I thought it was no. Get the hell out of my head. What? 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 Ah! 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 Get away! Get away! What? Did I just kill two in one shot? Hell yes! What if I go against my heart instead of confessing from the start? What if I miss out on the life meant for us? I need you by my side. I need you by my side. No! Damn it! Do the thing! Do the thing! Ah! Hello, hello, and more hello. So, we have a new band for us to look at. Definitely not a new band at all, though. In fact, they're old enough that I went and looked them up on Wikipedia just because I was curious. And they actually date back to 1994. So, like, high school, for me at least. But yeah, today we're taking a look at Lacuna Coil, which is a Italian hard rock heavy metal band. I think they call themselves, well, or have been considered gothic metal, alternative metal. The way these categories work is very, very, like, liquid. They're very flexible. Like, alternative metal is often hard rock in a lot of ways. So there's a lot of, like, overlap. And gothic metal is just one, like, take on how to do metal. So, yeah. Even the way they're listed is pretty much just like what I'm calling them. Gothic metal does have one touch that I should mention, which they're a lot more like, I don't want to call it operatic, but like Blind Guardian can often be called gothic metal. So you're gonna see a little touch of that. And I happen to see the main singer, whose name I'm totally blanking on. Andrea, I believe. Yes. I saw her on an interview with a few others, like the lead singer from Spirit Box and Lizzie Hale, just the other day, which is actually pretty much why I decided to do this band this week. So, yeah, let's get into some. So, I already pulled up all their official videos. I don't want to start with the recent stuff, though. I think we kind of have to go back in time. I know some of these are like 15 and 16 years ago. Oh, 18 years ago. I think this might have been around when I first heard them. That was a long time ago. And I have listened to their stuff off and on, but... Alright. We're gonna pull up, like... I don't know the difference between these two. Wait. Should we do performance version or story version? You know what? I'm gonna go with story version. I'm assuming that means it's less, like, focused on the singers and more focused on, like, the story in it. And I went more story over less story. So. That's 15 years ago, so we'll slot those in. And then after that, we'll switch to the 14 years. Which is, I think, where, like, I started hearing them more. Alright, so, let's get into this with Enjoy the Silence. Before she starts singing, because I know it's coming, I have actually heard this song, though it's been like a long time. I love this intro. It's purely instrumental. It starts out with a soft, like, I assume that's a guitar that's playing. Though I've heard it done like with a piano before too. Because I've heard this acoustic. And in that case, I think it's been a piano. But it starts off fairly soft. And then after we like hear the theme that part of the overall song structure is play through, then they hit us with the rest, where we get all the rest of the band pieces that come in. It's that kick to the face that I talk about a lot in videos that I like. So, I really appreciate that. Now, I know she's gonna come in with the lyrics, and I am totally here for it. Let's go.
Hearts like violence, break the silence. Come crashing into my little world. Painful to me, pierce right through me. Can't you understand? Oh, my little girl. All I wanted, all I needed is here in my arms. Words are very unnecessary. Pain can only do
Okay, that part is just totally iconic. I don't know a better way to put that. I would not recognize this song by the name, but sorry. I totally recognize it just by that little bits of vocalization that we got, which I'd say is key to a good song. A good song usually has that, like, vocal part that you will remember. It's that earworm that stays with you. That's why you want to go back to the song all the time. And, yeah, here we have that. Totally. Yeah. Which is also, by the way, why I don't remember the name. Because usually we don't see, like, the name, especially in the old days of, like, the radio. You know, when you'd hear this, like, driving into work, you would never hear, usually, the name of the song. It would just play. So, you never really know what the name is, and it doesn't, like, catch in your memory. But the song itself definitely does. Also, some beautiful harmonies in there. I definitely need to talk about that. And, she is not... Well, at this point, when this song was, like, released, they would have already been a band for, like, 10 years. But before she got with them, she wasn't really a, like, metal-style singer. And you can totally tell right here, because it's not treated like a metal song yet. Oh, I mean, maybe you could call it gothic metal, but it's more very much like hard rock with even softer than typical vocals. So, let's get back to it.
vows are spoken to be broken. Feelings are intense, words are trivial. Pleasures remain, so let's
I want to talk about a couple of things before I get totally distracted, which is very easy because I'm used to just listening to the song and not really thinking about it too much. But I like the way that they fade in and out different aspects of this music for this. The vocals are one part, the vocal harmonies, I should say, are a second part. That light instrumental sound that's been more or less constant, that's a third aspect. And then you have the harder, like, hard rock metal parts. And all of those go in and out. They're not like constants. They like to play with like what is at the forefront. They do a lot of like near silence parts where only one of those aspects is primary. And they very much switch which of them is like the focus. The duet part has been the focus. Her vocals have been a focus. The lighter tones have been a focus. The only one that isn't is the heavier sounds, which I think really is probably why a lot of people who don't necessarily like heavy metal are totally down for this song, which is why it was so popular. All right, let's get back to it. All right, I want to comment about one thing before I forget. So, we do actually get the name of the song in the song, but it's not the part that I remember from the vocals. However, it does speak to the song itself. Remember how I just said they let like one aspect of the song be like the primary thing? Whether it's the vocals, the later melodies, the duet part, they let each of those shine at different points, and that feels a lot like a reference to the Enjoy the Silence. It's not all silence, obviously. I mean, you can have like a brief moment of silence in a song, but for a song, you need a broader spectrum than just silence to listen to, because no one's going to listen to a song that is just silence for like 6 minutes. Well, I shouldn't say no one. I forget which band it is, but I actually have on CD a band that filled the like outro track of their CD with a 17-minute song that has a little bit of instrumentation for like 30 seconds and then is just silence for 17 minutes. Yes, it is a thing. I don't know anyone that has ever meant to listen to 17 minutes of silence, but I guess you could. All right, let's finish off the song. I think it's just a very slow, fading outro, though. Not that I'm not here for that. I mean, it's literally silence at this part. All right. I don't think we actually need another 2 seconds of silence. As much as I do enjoy the video. Amazingly, this is even in HD. For something recorded 18 years ago, that is a little bit unusual for YouTube. You know, if you've been here for any of my other videos, that we've looked at a lot of songs from back then, and they're all, like, usually VHS formatted and, like, 360 resolution. So they look pretty darn bad. This is in much higher quality. You can tell the source isn't quite as good. Like, the actual video itself has just been, like, upscaled to 1080p, but that's fine. And it is actually, like, a widescreen capture, which is very good also. That way there's not the like, letterboxing that we get when they do the VHS style. Alright, let's go to Spellbound. I don't know if I've ever heard this one before. Okay, I have actually heard this before, but like the last one, I don't think I've ever known the name. And I really didn't even know by, like, the instrumental parts that I'd heard the song before. Until he started to sing. It just was not even, like, in my brain that I'd heard this before. But when he comes in vocally, that is when I know, oh, I've heard this song. I think that says a lot to, like, how I tend to listen to music. Obviously, this, again, feels more hard rock. Which, again, is probably why it got a lot more airplay on, like, radio and TV. Alright, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Okay, I do have to actually pause for a sec. So, I gotta say, what I think they did really well in the early days is the way the male and female singers that they had at the time would bounce back and forth between each other. I know they had some issues with him. I think it was like some like alcohol or potentially drug abuse, and that's why I don't think he's with them anymore. But in the early days, what they do is what you hear here, which is that they like to bounce like the vocal part between him and her. And they do a really good job like making them distinct, but also blending them together at different points. So that is probably my favorite part, which, by the way, is probably more why I remember the lyrics to this song than the instrumentation. Though, obviously, they're very good at playing their instruments, but it's not the focus when I hear the song. All right, let's get back to it.
Everywhere I go, I am spellbound. I will break the spell you put on
Okay, I have to comment here. We get a guitar. Well, it's not exactly a guitar solo, but it is definitely a lot of like spotlights on the guitar part here. It gets to like soar over everything, and it's not constrained to like the other harmonies. And I'm totally down for that. I like some good guitar. So let's get back to it.
Tell me who you are. I am spellbound. You cannot have this control of me. Everywhere I go, I am spellbound. I will break the spell you put on me. Everywhere I go, I am spellbound. Everywhere I go, I am
All right, as we fade out. I know that's the end of the actual song. Also, hi Nessa. Sorry I didn't see you immediately. Yeah, this last part, just a showcase of everything else that's in the song. I did like the Superman outfit. That was some like irony with the concept. Well, I mean, maybe this is just a me thing because I know the topic a little bit. I've never really followed like the like comic books for Superman, but I know from a lot of like TV series that they've done that like Superman's one weakness is like magic and spellcraft. I mean, besides kryptonite. Obviously kryptonite too, but yeah, it's kind of ironic in a spell called Spellbound. I mean, in a song called Spell that they use a Superman costume. That's why I found it ironic. But yeah. Man, I have not heard this song in a long time. Well, yes. That is also an option for considering a weakness. I mean, he has how should I put it? Like, he doesn't usually have many physical weaknesses. So, like, magic is a physical weakness for him. Kryptonite is another physical weakness, but those are like the two physical weaknesses. Everything else to target Superman is all mental and emotional. Because obviously, physically, you're not usually hurting him. So if you target him, you have to go other ways. So, but yeah. Also, I forgot to mention this too. But I'm doing pretty good, Nessa. I do actually read comments. I just tend to forget sometimes to reply to them. Alright, let's keep going. Man, this is reminding me of things I haven't heard in a while. Let's go.
Everything is different today. I like it, like it. I feel very different today. I like it, like it. I'm not gonna be in your parade, 'cause I don't like it. You think I'm a dirty little game. You think I like it. You made up this fantasy with me, but I don't like it.
Wow. Okay,
I want you to get
if it actually wants to pause. So, I know I've heard the song. I don't think I remember it as being a Lacuna Coil song, but I do remember it. Also, this is the first time we get one of these videos that is in 360 for the resolution. Man, the other ones get HD and this one just gets 360. Wow. That's saying something. Obviously, this is a much later song. We don't really have that, like, hard rockish. It's definitely a rock song, but it's a lot tamer than some of the other beats. Also, it started with just her voice, which is different than all the other songs, which all start instrumentally until this point. Alright, let's get back to it.
away from me. That's how I like it. How do you like it? Today I'm gonna fly. There's nothing that can keep me on the ground. Touch the sky. I'm free inside. You think you're the master, I'm the slave. You think I like it. You don't even know me anyway. That's how I like it. I am getting ready to move on, but you don't like it. You can kiss your fairy tale away. I like it, like it. How do you like it? Today I'm gonna fly. There's nothing that can keep me on the ground. Touch the sky. I'm free inside. Today I'm gonna fly. There's nothing that can keep me on the ground. Touch the sky. I'm free inside. I'm free to do what I like. I'm celebrating my life. I'm free to be what I like. I'm celebrating my life. I'm gonna get what I like. Gonna celebrate till I die. I'm celebrating my life.
Alright, before she gets back into it, I have to make some comments. First, I think the entire point of this song, at least the story told by the visuals, definitely. It's all about how, like, she didn't feel accepted with most other, like, music crowds until. Hang on. Sorry, had to clear my throat. But until she finds her band. When she finds her band, she's accepted immediately. But before that, the traditional heavy metal band didn't like her. They had the lightning effect, which was kind of cheesy. But hey, what can you say? What can you say? Yeah. Definitely did not like her. I guess it's not classical, but I don't know what to call them. That was before that. That was the three-piece band. They didn't want any part of her either. She got in with what I guess is supposed to be the rappers for a little bit. But, they were doing something different. Yeah, there's a lot of, like, her journey in this. Or at least it sure feels that way. I could just be reading into it, but I'm pretty sure that is what it's meant to be.
Today I'm gonna fly. There's nothing that can keep me on the ground. Touch the sky. I'm free inside. Today I'm gonna fly. There's nothing that can keep me on the ground. Touch the sky. I'm free inside. I'm free to be what I like. I'm celebrating my life. Free inside. I'm free to be what I like. I'm celebrating my life. Free inside.
All right. And the fadeaway. They like their fadeaways, I swear. But yeah, I love how she just lets her voice, like, soar in this one. Definitely something that appeals to me. Though, you should know by now, most of my favorite vocalists are all female vocalists, so yeah, she's definitely in that list. Alright, I won't tell you. There's definitely a story there. Let's go.
I can't tell you you're falling apart. Open your eyes if you wanna survive. I wanna tell you your love is alive, but I won't tell you. I won't tell you.
Alright, before we hit the main part, I gotta say, I've definitely heard this one. Also, I think, yeah, the quality is at least twice what the last one was. It's still not HD, but we're getting closer. But, yeah, this was big on the radio, like, right around the time I was in college, a little after. I think. It's kind of hard to remember back then, but I've I have definitely heard quite a bit of this. So, I don't know how much commentary I'm gonna do, but let's get back to it.
I
Okay. One of the big comments I have to make for this one. The played with fire line, that has stuck in my head for like, what, 15, 20 years at this point? Because when I heard this song, her voice and the way she like intones that was the first thing that came to my head. I don't think I've ever seen the video, so the little fire effect coming off of her finger, I would have never seen. But the way she says it, or rather sings it, is just like stuck, wedged firmly in my brain. Definitely living there rent free. So yeah, I've definitely heard this. Also, I gotta say, I love the way she like stretches out each of the words. Because you would say them about half the time if you were just like singing them normally, but she definitely stretches out like each syllable within the words of the song. That makes it both easier to understand what she's singing, and it makes a like unique aspect, because usually when we hear those sung, it's a lot faster and not so stretched out. So it sticks with you more because they're unusual, the way she does it. Anyways, back to the song.
Sometimes naked truth is what I can't believe in.
How can I tell you you're falling apart? Open your eyes if you wanna survive. I wanna tell you your love is a lie, but I won't tell you. I won't tell you. How can I get so deep into this now? I can't admit that I know what I know, and I wanna tell you your love is a lie. I won't tell you. I won't tell you.
Don't ever tell me I'm falling apart. Don't ever tell me I will not survive. Don't ever tell me this love is a lie, 'cause I am the lie. I am the liar.
How can I tell you you're falling apart? Open your eyes if you wanna survive. I wanna tell you your love is a lie, but I won't tell you. I won't tell you. How can I get so deep into this now? I can't admit that I know what I know, and I wanna tell you your love is a lie. I won't tell you. I won't tell you. I won't tell you.
Okay, least fadeaway song from them I think I've heard. Because that is not a fadeaway. We go right up to the limit, and then they just like cut it off. Yeah. I think this is another song that I don't know if I've ever considered to be a Lacuna Coil song. Mostly because I would have probably heard it mostly on the radio. And usually on the radio, they're not telling you what you're listening to, which is kind of the bad part about radio. As sad as that sounds. Alright, we finished all of the ones that were older. So let's jump into the ones that are from 14 years ago. I know I remember Heaven's a Lie, but I don't know about any of the others. Sorry, I'm just looking at what years we have here. Because I'll probably toss in 13 and 12 and 11. No, that's a lyric video. We're going to skip the lyric videos. There's enough videos for us to see. We do not need lyric videos. All right. Within Me.
Something about you that makes me feel bad. I wasn't there when I feel like this hold your soul. Since every corner there's nowhere to hide, I would be. Some days it's summer, let's face it, it's all about me. Deep into your eyes, deep within me, let's roll and wasting my days and my night. Only I know there will be another way. I'm letting myself to be free, and let's turn on goodbye.
Okay, so I do recall having heard this before. I'm going to start with that. It has been a very long time since I think I've heard this, but I definitely have. Also, the only parts that I do remember is her voice. Yeah, I don't remember any of the rest. Her voice singing this is the only thing that reminds me that I've heard it before. So, yeah, that part definitely stuck with me. Also, I like when they, like, go very quiet in this part right here. Just, like, teasing us. But, let's get back to it.
Something about you will make me stronger. Now I'm aware when a man falls rebound my fall. And since every corner there's nowhere to hide, I would feel ignorance sacrifice. Some days it's summer, let's face it, it's all about me. Deep into your eyes, deep within me, let's roll and wasting my days another night. Only I know there will be another way. I'm letting myself to be free, and there's a eternal goodbye, goodbye.
And they do the soft part again. Teasing us.
Only I know there will be
And here we have the fadeaway again. I mean, that last song was an exception. This is the typical, obviously. Very obviously. All right, time for Closer.
Won't you get closer in too deep? Where there is something I wish for, I'll go through. Won't you get closer into you? No hell to discover. I've got it all inside myself. Salvation you have bridged is gone. No way you can turn it around. Looking for a higher, searching for something before. From a higher ground, look all in the right direction.
Okay. I definitely need to pause for some comments. So, first, definitely have heard this before. I think this is when we enter the period where I heard most of their music. They're definitely in the category that I used to listen to all the time. So, I probably would have heard them quite a lot. I don't think the sound quality on this one is terribly great. I don't know why, but it doesn't feel that great. Like the processing seems a little heavy. But I do definitely recall her voice singing this song. I don't recall I don't recall the rest of it, but definitely that. Definitely that. All right, let's get back to it.
Falling apart, there's nothing real that will convince me to change, but I'll go through. Want to get closer into you. No hell to discover. There is just nothing to betray. Salvation you have bridged is gone. No way you can turn it around. Looking for a higher ground, searching for something missed before. From a higher ground, look all in the right direction. Looking for a higher ground, searching for something missed before. From a higher ground, look all in the right direction.
All right. I gotta say, yeah, I still say the audio is like blown out sounding. It sounds like this is like in the old days when like radio and cassette players were like the things. A lot of times we would record from radio to cassette. And that is what like the audio quality on this reminds me of. I know that probably sounds horrible, but it is what I keep thinking every time I hear more of this. I definitely wish that I had like the CD album version of this to listen to. Just because of that. Also, That is one crazy buckled outfit that she has. I gotta say it. Alright. And our fadeaway. Alright. Our truth is next. Oh my. Snow globes and blizzards. This is... Oh. Also, I have definitely heard this. Before she finishes this part. This is how I know this song, which is her doing these vocalizations at the beginning of the song. That is like the key to me recalling this song. Also, I love the little bit of woodblock that they use. I like that tone. I just like the instrumentation a lot too. But her soaring vocalization is what really catches in my memory. So let's get back to it. Okay. Man, this totally brings back memories. I think of all of their songs, this is the one I've heard the most over the years. It is like iconic Lacuna Coil. At least for me. They're doing the harmonies that I expect. Her vocals, which are just amazing. I don't know a better way to describe them than amazing. I don't think I've ever seen the video, so the fact that this is going on in like a blizzard totally lost on me, definitely earlier in my life. But it is an interesting set of visuals. Obviously, not a real blizzard, but it does remind me quite a lot of winter. Sadly, there's going to be snow again very soon in my area. Like tomorrow or the day after. Hopefully not a blizzard, though. It's a little late in the season for a blizzard. So, let's get back to it. so I can forget about that. And we're doing the fadeaway. By the way, that would make an awesome snow globe. I don't know how you'd do it, but some sort of like holograms inside a snow globe that showcase the band playing this. That'd be very cool. Very cool. And obviously, we have the fade out. Because we had to have the fade out. Otherwise, totally not Lacuna Coil. Alright. Let's go to Swamped. I don't know if I've heard this one. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're just starting right out with that. Okay. And I guess I have heard it. I just never knew the name. So, let's get back to it. Okay, since we're not getting her vocals at the moment, let me pause. The parts that I definitely recall is her line about destiny. Just the way she sings it has stuck with me. I don't remember, like, most of the lyrics, but that and the very first part, that is the intro. That part I remember too. I don't know I've ever heard the name of this though, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I've definitely heard this one a lot too. I think this is like the era where they became big on like US radio. All right, let's get back.
Destiny, who cares as he turns around?
do not start to play. All right. Well, I got too caught up in that one. Memory lane. All right. Some Heaven's a Lie. I definitely know I've heard this one. I remember that title.
Oh no, here it is again. I need to know when I will fall in decay. Something wrong with every plan of my life. I didn't really notice that you've been here. Don't believe desire, destiny of life. Set me free, oh heaven's alive. Set me free with your love. Set me free, yeah. Oh no. Here it is again. I need to know, where did I choose to betray you?
Okay, before she gets into the next part, I definitely have to start commenting. This is another of their iconic songs, which for me are all from that period. Yeah, definitely. Man. How do you even start with what, at least for me, is such an iconic song? She does a few things here. Well, she's done it a little bit earlier in the time stream of these videos, but we have another example of her using a backing track here. Because she has to sing like over top of another part that she sings, which is when she'll like pre-sing a backing track, and then she can like layer those vocals without having to use the other vocalist to do them. That has become a very common thing these days, but was still pretty rare like 14-ish years ago. So I definitely noticed that. And of course, we get that great blending of male and female vocals during this song, which is what I know them best for. I've commented about it several times at this point. So, yeah, let's get back to it. I want to keep going.
Something wrong with all the plans of my life. I didn't realize that you've been here. Don't believe desire, destiny of life. Set me free, oh heaven's alive. Set me free with your love. Set me free, yeah. Set me free, oh heaven's alive. Set me free with your love. Set me free, yeah.
cut it right there. Alright, so I remember this getting a lot of backlash from like the Christian community when it came out. Which might be why I remember the song best. But yeah. I recall like a lot of negative commentary about this song. Now, people have hated on like rock music and heavy metal for like anti-Christian themes a lot over time, but a song that says that, heaven is a lie definitely made them like very upset. None of them could take the fact that they were getting called out on, that sort of aspect of their beliefs. Though I don't think that is at all what the band intended to do. But I think it worked in their favor because, a lot of like attention to the song over it. All right, let's jump to the next one. Trip the Darkness. Okay, I don't think I've ever heard this song before, so this will, in fact, be a first-time reaction. But the first thing that grabs my attention in this song is not the instrumentation, not the vocals. It is the fact that she's wearing, like, an office lady outfit that catches my attention. The slightly below knee length skirt, the basically flat shoes, the blouse, that is like typical office lady outfit. Usually you'd probably not all be black, or I don't think that top is technically black. I think it's more like a deep blue, but close enough. Like, color combination is not what you would usually see, because you would have like a darker skirt and a lighter top. And probably the same type of shoes, really. But the first thing that struck me was the fact that is just so, like, typical office lady outfit. That's girl brain for you. Totally out of character with the, like, typical outfits that they tend to wear. I mean, we just saw them in, like, robes, and then here, office lady. It struck me very hard. Sorry. Let's get back to it.
Eyes wide open, I don't wanna see straight. What a day, feels like my breath is heavy again, and I'm totally faded. Come to me, I am waiting for you. Come to me, I can't wait. Follow me, as I trip the darkness. One more time, follow me, I awake from madness.
Okay. Before they get into the repetition of the chorus here, I gotta say, I do remember her singing that "Come to Me" part, but I think that's the only part of this song that I actually recognize. So I might have heard this once or twice on like the radio, which, since I haven't listened to the radio in like 5 years at least, probably longer. Probably even before that. I do not know even when, actually, was the last time I listened to the radio. But yeah, I think I might have heard this like once or twice at that point. Alright. It is a great example of their usual bouncing of the vocals between male and female lead vocalists. Totally what I would expect, but probably why I didn't hear this more is that it's just very typical for them and not like special compared to some of their other songs. And they had a lot of very popular songs at about the same time. So that's probably why I don't really remember it. Okay, I have to comment about those white eyebrows. What did they do? Did they just find like some sort of feathers to like attach to her eyebrows? I can't quite tell, but man, I'm assuming she's wearing a wig for this, and yeah, you can see her actual eyebrows underneath whatever they covered her eyebrows in. But man, that is just one strange look. Sorry, I had to comment on that.
Seconds, minutes, and hours spill over. There's no time here in space. Come to me, come to me, come to me. Come to me, come to me. Come to me, come to me. I am waiting for you. Follow me, as I tramp the darkness. One more time, follow me, follow me. I am waiting for madness, just in time, just in time, just in time. I am waiting for madness, one more time.
All right. And then they do their fade out. Now, I gotta say, the best part of the video is probably the light versus darkness themes. Especially when the two bands are like looking at each other across the gap, staring each other down, singing to each other. In fact, they do, especially with her, often it will bounce between her vocals in the one side to her vocals in the other side. So she's kind of singing to herself, which I think is like a great like visual part. All right, time for End of Time, apparently. I definitely have to do some commentary. I've just been letting it kind of flow for a little bit to get an idea of the song. This is another one I definitely have not heard before. And I think that's even more the case than the last one. Because I do not recall any of this. Obviously, this is when they start getting more of that like gothic styling. They've had touches here and there, but definitely some gothic styling with these outfits. They're very gothic inspired. And you know, the whole skull motif with like the fancy dinnerware, definitely feeling some gothic vibes. I don't think this song is as catchy as some of their other ones, though. It doesn't even have the "come to me" parts from like the last song. So there's no real like earworm here. At least not that I've heard yet. Maybe we'll get that. Maybe. Though it is very much classically their style. And I do like, especially the bass line in this. It really stood out, especially at the beginning. And because I heard it at the beginning so clearly, I can hear it all through. So, let's get back to it.
I belong to you, my flesh and blood in you. I am burning in this fire. It's time to go. I can't make it through.
I've come to realize tonight, my dear, the end of time is not so far away. We cannot pray to save our lives. I've come to realize tonight, my friend, the end of time is not so far away. We cannot pray to save our lives.
I'm coming home again, and now I know where I belong. Reeling from my instincts, 'cause I realize I'm not alone.
Okay, since we just got it, we have that backing track used again here to like double up the audio for her parts. And they can do them out of sync so that they like fold over each other, which is like my favorite way to use a backing track. I had to talk about that. But let's get back.
I've come to realize tonight, my dear, the end of time is not so far away. We cannot pray to save our lives. I've come to realize tonight, my friend, the end of time is not so far away. We cannot pray to save our lives.
These blood splatters. Well, I assume they're meant to be blood. There might as well be ink, and probably our ink, actually. And the fadeaway. We had to get the fadeaway, obviously. Man, that's still only 12 years ago. Alright. That's 10. We have a few from 8. Is there anything farther back here? No. 6. I really wish I could sort these. Alright. We have several that are 8 years ago. A 7. and then 5 years ago. And I think that's about the same for the ones on the other end. Well, we have some 6s. Let's pull those up because we're already doing this. I'll also jump in with a 5. Oh, I did skip the Naughty Christmas video because it's a lyric video too, because that was from 8 years ago. And there's a couple of lives in here that I definitely want to play, but we might hold off on those. All right. Checking if there's anything else that I should pull up. No, I think we'll jump in with the 5 years here. Man, we're like most of the way done. Let's go. Let's do some Nothing Stands in Our Way. Okay, first of all, very metal. Very metal. I was not quite expecting that. And I was also going to say, obviously, this footage is from some live concert. I can't tell which, but definitely a live concert. Let's go.
We're still struggling halfway through this journey. Our eyes are burning, but we're not slowing down. I wish we could have all the time in the world, but we have come too far to give up who we are. We fear nothing. We fear nothing. Like on roadblocks, high walls, teardrops. Nothing stands in our way. Bloodstains, star crash, mistakes, heartbreaks. Nothing stands in our way.
Okay, I'm going to do another little pause. Obviously, this has got to be like the most metal thing that I think they've had in one of their videos yet. I can't recall anything before this point that is this metal. Obviously, though, her part is not like super metal. It's the guy's vocals that are super metal. Hers are like light and fluffy and kind of bounce over the rest of the song. And, his just like dig us deeper in, which is a great distinction between the two. So let's get back to it.
We're still running. We're not afraid to thrill us on. Speed up without any brakes. Oh no. 'Cause sometimes we still have to hit the wall. See things that are right before our eyes. We fear nothing. We fear nothing. Like on roadblocks, high walls, teardrops. Nothing stands in our way. Bloodstains, star crash, mistakes, heartbreaks. Nothing stands in our way.
All right, I gotta say too that I like that they have some of the audio for like these silly things the band is doing in like a behind the scenes sort of thing. I appreciate that. Even though they don't belong in the song necessarily, I appreciate them. Yeah. All right, let's get back to it.
We fear nothing.
Okay, okay. I really need to just stop listening to the beats. I do want to say that the the vocalizations, specifically that she does as part of the song, those tend to be very catchy. Like, it is definitely not the chorus, but uh, the the part that they showed when they were like signing things, uh, and I forget the words because the lyrics have left my brain. I'm in like passive receptive mode for this song, but uh, I liked those vocalizations. They were very flowy in the way that like rap tends to be flowy, and that made them very catchy. Very catchy. All right, let's get back to it.
Done. I gave it all. Gave it all. And it was great. I will do it again right now. Give me 5 minutes.
Okay, okay. She is adorable. That's all I can say. All right, the House of Shame time. Definitely this guy. Oh, this is a lyric video. Sorry. Let me get rid of the lyric video. But give me a second first. I need to use the restroom. Actually, you know what? I'll let you guys listen to the lyric video, and then I'll come back. And when I do, we'll switch to the next song. How about that? All right.
Seek the stigma, born to live in this house of shame. Why? I dig the grave on my path to find faith. You weren't there while I was dying. You're the reason I'm feeling so deranged. I will stay here and haunt you forever.
I was staring into the light. If I don't hide inside the darkness, you'll be compromised. But
All right. I hope you enjoyed the heavy metal, because that was very much a heavy metal song. I think it's safe to say that, even when I didn't hear most of it. All right, let's go on and go to one that is an actual video. I've noticed this a lot with bands, by the way. They'll have like a playlist that says like official videos or official music videos, and then they throw like lyric videos, a little bit of lives into this playlist. Maybe I'm just like a lot more like specific in my playlists, but my playlists are, what I say they are, and absolutely nothing else. But a lot of these bands will just like throw everything into there. I'm like, that doesn't help me, sadly. All right, anyways, Delirium. Do they not realize I do not like bugs? Because immediately we are flooded with images of bugs. Okay, I want to talk about the video a little bit, because this is definitely during, like, the Blair Witch era. Those grainy videos, which are definitely not really, like, homemade videos, but they're made to look like it. That was totally a thing for a while. And this song was definitely made during that period. Or at least the director of the video was very much inspired. Yeah, some definite commentary on that. Otherwise, this is another one of those bog standard for them sort of songs that I don't notice anything special about yet. So, let's go. Okay. Man, they gave her, like, the simplest vocal, like, lyrics here. All she does for the most part is sing the word delirium. Leaving him to, like, pick up the slack vocally. Obviously, this is a song about mental health. They definitely give you hints of that, but I don't know what the point is quite meant to be. So, and I don't think it's quite as catchy as they thought it would be. I don't know. I want more from her. I hate to say this, but she is definitely the superior, like, vocalist between the two. He can do the metal, like, growly stuff. She's definitely got the wider, like, range to what she can do vocally. So, I tend to prefer her parts, and the fact that all she does is sing one word is kind of annoying to me. That's just me, though. You can like the song. You can definitely like the song. All right. This is not like a bit about the song, but I think my capture card is messing up because my mouse is not in the middle of my screen at the moment. It is on the right hand side. See? Whoop. Yeah, I think something happened. I don't know when, because I do actually look over there and see the capture, and that is not how it has looked to me. All right, let's finish this. I probably cannot help the visuals, at least until this is over and I can restart things. All right, and then the classic fadeaway. All right, Blood, Tears, Dust. Let's go. Well, this is good. We're starting with a body. Or maybe not a body. Someone being dragged, at least. Okay, here we go with those growling vocals right from the start. Also, I have to say, did Andrea, like, dye her hair red? I think it looks good on her, but it's like tripping me up because I've seen her for so long in these videos with dark hair, and now it's like red. I think we're having another movie reference here, because because that hammer really feels like there's intent there. That's as close as I'm going to go to describing any of that. Man. Mm, they really have a taste for certain movies, I swear. But, yeah. I definitely like her later vocals again. Always. They layer nicely over most of the songs, unless they move her too far down in the mix. And when they do that, the songs don't sound nearly as good. Obviously, this is meant to be one of their heavier songs again. So, okay. I like the guitar parts. I know there's a better word than parts for that, but it's not coming to me. I'm sorry. Alright. Yeah. I don't have anything more to say about them. I just like this guitar. Okay. I definitely feel like I need some sort of warning in there, but do not wrap yourself in plastic. Or anything like plastic. That is a very bad idea. I keep seeing them with that, I'm hoping, still supposedly living, like, model. And, yeah. That is such a bad idea. I had to say something before the song ended. Also, that is a good facial capture for him. It's still looking weird because where the like capture card is splitting the video, but oh my. I'm not even playing the video, and apparently it just blocked me for a few seconds. Okay. Well, hopefully you're all still here. Man, YouTube is weird. You know what? Just to be on the safe side, I'm just gonna stop this one right here. We only have 22 seconds left. So, let's go to something else. You love me 'cause I hate you, huh? I see she still has the red hair. Though her roots are growing out now. This is quite the involved, like, filmography. Man, this is also a 7-minute video. That is very unusual.
Morning.
Morning.
You ready?
Back in my house, and we're still sitting down. The crimson couch has never felt so comfortable, and the room is so cold. The tape on your mouth is slowing your breath down. The rope is still tight. The tension becomes so tangible, so unbearable.
Okay, before they get into the next phrase. Obviously, I really like her voice here. Also, man, we must be on a little, like, cinematography journey, sorry, for this part. and I'm kind of here for it. I like these little like storytelling ventures. All right, let's go. Okay, I gotta ask. Was the body the woman from the last video? It definitely reminded me of that. It definitely did. All right, back in. Oh wow. Oh wow. Uh well, uh they they, they turned off my stream again. I'm assuming this will come back up when the full like live version hits. All right. Obviously, I think it's safe to say that Century Media Records is a little aggressive. Hang on. Hey, nope. Stop. Stop. Okay, I'm trying to figure out if they're on their channel or another channel. Because most of these have been on their channel and haven't had any issues. The ones that seem to not be on their channel give me a lot of issues. So, I think we're going to jump forward in time and hope that all these ones that are definitely clearly on their channel do not cause me issues. And I'm going to keep going, hoping that they unblock my channel. Please still be there. Because we're very close to finishing out their collection. And I do want to see their most recent stuff. And I think I'm back. I think we've talked long enough to get back in. Well, see, this is what makes this so dangerous to do on YouTube. When I do this on Twitch, I don't have these issues. I get my local copy and I can just upload it and see what YouTube cares about and cut out things when needed. All right. I hope that the stuff on their channel isn't going to cause me any issues. So, let's jump in with Tightrope. This is only from 2 years ago, so this is their like recent stuff.
Self-destruct sequence activated.
Okay, before anything else commentary-wise for me, it's nice to see them back in the robes. Obviously, this is more heavy metal than a lot of their earlier stuff. And the male vocalist, whose name I still don't recall, he does all those growly vocals for the, like, heavy metal songs in particular. And it seems to be more and more a pattern with the more recent stuff that he's doing those growly vocals. And she gets to do the clean vocals. I think that's all I want to say yet. So let's get back to it.
You want it all, greatest smile, the ones that are forever. You're made of ice, I pay the price for all your unforgiveness.
Okay, before... Oh, no. Well, okay, I think it's safe to say that YouTube is just gonna keep blocking me at this point. I wanted to do some live stuff, but I think this is gonna be another time where YouTube is just not gonna let me get to that. All right. Sadly, we did not get to their most recent stuff. If I can, like, work it out, I might do reactions for the more recent stuff in, like, separate videos. I'll see how the copyright ends up looking on YouTube for this. And, yeah, we might do those separately. All right? Because again, definitely seeing that YouTube shut the stream down again. Just temporarily. Complaining to me that I should bother Lacuna Coil to get them to unblock my channel. Which is definitely not realistic here. I mean, I might be able to contact them, but not like during a stream. All right. I don't know how long it's going to be blocked. We might be back. Oh, yes, we are. All right. Sorry. If you haven't heard already, I think I'm just not able to show, like, any of their newer stuff. It keeps getting me blocked. My plan is, if I can, I will do individual videos for the newer ones and see how YouTube handles those. I don't think I can actually show, like, as a full stream like this. I think that's what it keeps complaining about. So you may get some more from me. I definitely want to take a look at some of their more recent stuff. And I'm blocked again. Man, I don't even know what they're complaining about now. I haven't played any, like, music whatsoever in, like, what, 4 minutes? 5 minutes? I'm not sure how long I've been talking. Anyways. yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Hopefully you enjoyed our look. Uh, I liked our very nostalgic look at all the old songs. I definitely wanted to hear more of the new, but well, yeah, yeah. That was just not happening apparently. So, I think that's it. I'll see you guys later. Have fun. Take care, and see you later. Bye.